So,
Okay.
are you ready?
You got it taken care of? You want me to bring the first article up?
Yes.
Alrighty, so folks, you're about to witness something very shocking. So here we have an article. This is from the United States Attorney's Office. Okay. This is from www.justice.gov. Okay. Federal grand jury charges Southern Poverty Law Center for wire fraud, false statements, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. Between 2014 and 2023, the SPLC secretly funneled more than $3 million in donated funds to individuals who were associated with various violent extremist groups, including the Ku Klux Klan and National Socialist Party of America, American Nazi Party. A grand jury in Montgomery, Alabama today returned an indictment charging the Southern Poverty Law Center with 11 counts of wire fraud, false statements to a federally insured bank, and conspiracy to commit concealment money laundering. The United States Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Alabama Northern Division filed two forfeiture actions to recover alleged proceeds of the organization's fraud scheme. The Federal Bureau of Investigations investigated this case with assistance from the Internal Revenue Service criminal investigation. An incident is merely an allegation. All defendants are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. The SPLC is manufacturing racism to justify its existence, said Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche. Using donor money to allegedly profit off Klansmen cannot go unchecked. This Department of Justice will hold the SPLC and every other fraudulent organization operating with the same deceptive playbook accountable. No entry is above the law. The SPLC allegedly engaged in massive fraud operation to deceive their donors, enrich themselves, and hide their deceptive operations from the public, said FBI Director Kash Patel. They lied to their donors, vowing to dismantle violent extremist groups, and actually turned around and paid the leaders of these very extremist groups, even utilizing the funds to have these groups facilitate commission of state and federal crimes. That is illegal, and this is an ongoing investigation against all individuals involved. The SPLC is a nonprofit organization headquartered in Montgomery, Alabama, whose
So,
mission. Go ahead.
to some of the people might be confused, like, hey, what does this have to do with the Democrats? Well, what was the name of the organization again?
SPLC.
And
That is
to
the
the
that is the
Southern
Southern
Poverty
Poverty
Law
Law
Center.
Center. Mm-hmm.
So, to all the ones who don't know, that is one of the NGOs that works on the behalf of the Democrats. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a another article that we have up there.
Mm-hmm.
So the fuck the the SPLC SPLC, they work on not only they work on behalf of Democrats, but they also use that to smear Republicans and saying that they are white supremacists,
I got
like
it up on the
how they
screen. I
lied,
got it up on the screen, man.
li-
SPLC. The
like
second thing you sent me.
now this is an old article, right? And this is to give you an example of what the example of how this kind of correlates with the Democrat. Can you read the title of the article, please?
Explanation and apology. The multipolar spin. How fascists operationalize left wing resentment.
Hmm. Now, there used to be something called the alt right. The alt right. The alt right used to mean you are actually you are far right, but you are against the Republicans. You're far right, but you're not aligned with the Republican Party. You're not aligned with Republicans. You don't you're not pretty much you pretty much you are basically it's like the Republicans. Yeah, you guys will kind of vote a little bit. It's basically they're against rhinos. Basically, rhinos. You should know by now if you listen to this podcast. You should know what rhinos are. Rhinos are basically like how the Democrats neocons are. They basically one of the same. They just on different side of the party. Rhinos are war hawks like the neocons are war hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Two sides of the same coin, but they just have um they just one's Democrat, the other one's a Republican.
Hey
Now,
man,
if you
keep dishing. I'll be right back. Keep dishing.
shit, I was that was pretty much all I had to say.
Oh hell.
I was gonna
But yeah,
ask you good, yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
but what you got? Flip? You gotta take your bread out or something?
No, no, no. Go ahead. It can wait or something. But check this out. So, folks, if you have not paid attention to what Max just said, the SPLC is an NGO. Okay, it's one of the main NGOs that supports the Democratic Party. So it's been using its funds to do all this heinous bullshit, and black folks have been voting for this 90% at a 90% clip for the last 90 years, 60 years. What is it?
Yeah, 90 years. More black people have majority voted Democrat for 90 years straight.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Ain't that something?
Yeah. I'm gonna go a little bit of a rant real quick. Run and do what you gotta do real quick. All right.
All right, cool.
So black folks been voting for the same shit for that. Now this is. If I remember, if the Southern the SPLC, you call it SPLU. It's called an SPLU right quick. Yeah. So the problem is that black people, we have literally been voting for. It's like we've been voting for the person who's been throwing rocks at us, and they're also hiding their hands whenever we pay attention. Like, yo, who threw that rock? And they're hiding their hands. We're like, I don't know. Like, shit, who's throwing rocks? I don't know. And so the crazy shit is that you have been this law group, this group that supposedly is on the Democrat side. Remember, Democrats have said they're the party of the black people. They're the party of the black people. Black people, you've been voting Democrats for 90 years. The fact that this comes out and you find out about this shit should not be a surprise. It's not a surprise to me. I'll be real with you. It's not a surprise to me at all. What is a surprise is that it's now just coming out, finding this out under Donald Trump. Now, the investigation started under the Biden administration. I'm going to repeat. The investigation started under the Biden administration. So what it's telling me, what should tell you is that the Democrats buried this shit, to let nobody, when I say when this shit, all right, guys, I kind of pay attention. I really do pay attention to politics a lot. Not only do I pay attention to politics, but I pay attention to where it's something that I'll be honest with you. It's something that I used to go on TikTok a lot, right? And do a little bit of political debates, but also kind of, I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm not really, most of the times, I'm trying to stay away from my emotions. and I'm trying to speak as much facts as I can, right? And the problem I've always had is whenever I go on black TikTok on the black side, and when they're talking about politics,
Mm-hmm.
everything is about emotion. All of it is not really factual. It's about emotion. It's about the white man, white supremacy, all that bullshit, right? And so one thing I realized is that whenever I had to debate or have a conversation about politics with a black person, a person who, a brother who is, or a sister who is a Democrat, liberal, who's on the left side of politics, I'm always having to explain shit to them. Not only I have to explain shit to them, but I kind of like have to like show them the introductory of this shit because they just don't know. Because all the information that they're getting is bullshit. All the information that they spew out of their mouth is filled with bullshit and emotions, right? So I'm over here trying to figure out what can I do different to not only help me out so I can have a better conversation with them, because it honestly, me just smoking somebody ass all the time, it really doesn't, no one learns anything from it. Not the audience, not the person I'm speaking against, right? So one thing I try to make it up here, or especially on a three-man podcast, is that I'm going to try to give you guys the correct information. Even if I give you the correct, I'd rather look like an asshole, come out and apologize and be like, hey, yeah, so remember yesterday I said this? Well, that was completely wrong. So here's the absolute truth, right? I would rather do that, look like a fucking fool, than to spew the same bullshit that y'all been leaving over and over and over again. Now, there's some shit that Trump is going to do that I might not like, but sometimes I got to figure out what's the long term effect on this shit. Not what's the short term, but what's going to be the long term effect. Like how the whole Iran shit situation right here. I literally said this shit. This is going to keep America dominant for the next 100 years. All this shit Trump has done is guaranteed you that your children would not live in a world not knowing what it's like being number one. Your grandchildren are going to know what it's like being number one.
Mm-hmm.
Your great grandchildren is going to know what it's like to be number one,
Right.
because all of our lives we've been number one. But the last 5 years, we've been slowly, consistently losing power. We
Oh yeah.
actually have lost power so much to where we are almost we were almost culturally irrelevant. We're actually at the point to where we are culturally irrelevant. China has the culture in a lot of parts of the world,
Mm-hmm.
because I was in New York City. There's literally a guy having Chinese program on in New York City in the Bronx at a laundromat. Have a Chinese not news, but a Chinese what you would call it is it's basically like YouTube slash TV, but it's like the Chinese version of it. It's basically, it was showing like life as a farmer and the rural side of China and shit, which it was actually pretty dope. I actually kind of like it. It was pretty cool. I can't lie, it was pretty cool. But it's the fact that China, when I was a kid, China was a third world fucking country.
Yep.
China is number two in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a far off two. It's a is damn near China on the well, hold on, we're on the Western Hemisphere, correct? Yeah, Western
Yes,
Hemisphere.
we're in the Western
On the
Hemisphere.
Eastern Hemisphere, China pretty much dominates the whole Eastern Hemisphere.
So they're the USA of the Eastern Hemisphere, basically.
Yes, they're the USA of the Eastern Hemisphere. USA Eastern Hemisphere. That's what China
Mm-hmm.
is.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem also because what has happened is China has dominated in mass production so much to where every country I have been to, China has a footprint in it, and it has a strong footprint in it too. Even in the Dominican Republic.
Yep.
The reason why you probably haven't seen it Dominican Republic, you just didn't know where to look at.
Hmm.
It's right there in your face. You just got to know where to look at because all those, all of those cars that all those Uber cars that we got in.
The Uber cars, yeah.
Yeah, majority of all those cars came from China.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all those
Oh, I
cars
didn't.
we rode in, came from China.
I didn't realize that.
Yep, yep. All the places. Remember we was in the penthouse.
Right.
All that furniture was imported from
Yep.
China.
Wow.
Yeah, all that shit was
That don't
imported
surprise
from
me, bro.
China.
That don't surprise me. China. What China is the manufacturer of the world, but we've made up some ground, but they're still the manufacturer of the world. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this whole thing that we're doing in Iran, people don't understand how it's put us right back on top. They're not paying attention to. They're only looking at the superficial. They're not looking at what's going on. Like they're not looking at how it's set up like chess moves before we even started. You know.
Well, and that's what I try to ask I asked my friend this one question. I was like this, dude. You're looking at shit the way a child will look at it. That's what you're basically looking at it as. And I was like, dude,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just being real with you, bro. I was like, come on, like we we're around the same friend groups, bro. A lot of people we know are grown children. They're not fucking. They're not adults. They're just big ass fucking. They just grown fucking kids. That's basically it. They just look. They're children trapped in a grown man's body. And so I was like this. All right, now can you look at it in a way of not as a child, look at it as a fucking man, knowing that you have a child. Now, what Trump has done, do you think it is going to affect us good in the long run or it's going to affect us bad in the long run? He said it's going to affect us bad. Asked him why. He said a lot of countries not going to like us because of what he did. And I was like, okay, that's one. Can you name me another thing? He couldn't name another thing. I was like, okay, now, and I told him that's how a child looks at it. Let me tell you what a grown man looks at it. A grown man should look at it like this. Well, we give NATO all of this money.
Mm-hmm.
NATO wasn't there when we needed them. But when
Exactly.
they came up to giving NATO a $500 billion for a corrupt country filled with racists in Ukraine, we gave them
Mm-hmm.
fucking money
Gave them plenty of money.
with no guarantees of us getting our fucking money back.
Exactly. Now you know, folks, why Trump was the way he was with Zelensky when he first got in this next term.
So I was like, bro, NATO was not there for us. What's the fucking point of NATO? Even where do you know what
We're
one
doing more
thing
work
NATO?
than NATO. We're doing more
No,
work than NATO. We're
do
NATO.
you know
Shit.
what NATO does? The European countries of NATO do that is number one in the world,
Bitch and complain.
and we needed them and they couldn't help us. You know what that is?
What?
Mind sweeping. They're number one
Oh
in the
yeah,
world
that's
for
right.
that.
They are. They are.
The reason why they're number one in the world for that is because there were so many fucking mines that was set in Europe during World War II
War
that
Two. Yeah.
they they
They
had to like,
invested in it.
dude,
They invested in it.
dude,
They had to.
there were so many mines that these motherfuckers planted during World War II that even to
Probably
the
still some to
earlier
this day.
2000s, no, there's no more mines now, but it was all the way up to the early 2000s to where they were just like, we got all the mines that was buried in World War II,
That's
early
crazy.
2000s,
That's crazy.
because there were still kids that were dying from mines in Europe, but when they were
Mm-hmm.
playing they were playing, not
They
knowing
trip
that
them
there were
out.
still
They
mines
trip
in
them
them
out.
fields.
That's crazy, man.
So they master it. They master doing mine sweeping. But here's a problem with it. Um, Finding out this whole entire time. Do you know how many Navy warships England has?
I know they don't have as much as they used to be. They used to have a
They
big,
have
big,
only
strong navy.
fucking
Now they,
one.
that's crazy.
One warship. Here's the
We
problem
we
with it.
we were being the freaking navy for the whole fucking world, dude. Pretty much.
Here, here's the problem with it. They're, that one warship they have was out of commission. You know why? Because they had a fresh water pump that was out. They had a fresh water pump that was down.
So they didn't even fix the shit.
They haven't even fixed the fucker.
That's crazy, man.
Europe is running out of fuel. They got what, a couple of weeks left of jet fuel, a couple of months left of
And they don't want to help.
L.
They just want to sit there and be some spoiled ass kids. That's what they're doing. They're being spoiled ass kids.
Then you're gonna have a fucking meeting without no United States representation, and I
Acting
was
like they
just
doing
like,
something. Acting like they
and
doing
I was
something.
just like, and I told him, and I told him, and I was like, listen here, bro, we having financial troubles, bro. We $37 trillion in debt.
Exactly. We don't need to be spending no more than
$37
anything
trillion
else out
dollars
of
in
our
debt.
way. Mm-hmm.
I was like, not only $37 trillion in debt, we have actually given these motherfuckers favored when it comes to trade
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have.
for quite a long fucking time.
A lot of people don't understand. Tariffs was the way we used to do things before the tax system, and everybody charges us tariffs, but we weren't charging anybody tariffs.
And I told him, I looked at him like this. I was like this, bro. You my partner. You my homeboy. I've been knowing you for over a decade, nigga. And we still talk. And I was like this, bro. If you came at me telling me you having financial issues, bro, and you owed me money, and I told you it's cool, you don't have to pay me back, but I'm going to have to double the interest on you. Nigga, am I really your fucking friend?
Hmm.
Would you consider me to be your ally? He was like, fuck no. And I was like, nigga, that's what these other
Mm-hmm.
countries did, nigga, including Canada.
Yep. Her last one
I
on.
was like,
Cause
I was like,
they
they
figured we
told
could pay them
us,
because we got the big bucks and shit. Because we the big
they
dog.
told us, yeah, I was like, bruh, that's like me. I was like, bruh, you told me you having financial issues, but you owe me money. And I looked at you and I'm your fucking friend. And I was like, nigga, that ain't my fucking problem. I still need my money, nigga. I ain't your fucking friend. I ain't your partner. I ain't your comrade. I ain't your homie. Nigga, you should look at me after that as your fucking enemy, nigga, and make sure you have my fucking money. But see, that's how you niggas don't look at it like that. Y'all look at it as some children shit. I was like, nigga, this is grown man shit, bro. I was like, dog, do you know what the fuck happens, bro? If you not number one, nigga. I was like, man, your fucking daughter gonna grow up to be a whore, nigga, because we broke, nigga. Nigga, you gonna have, I was like, nigga, a lot of our friends that we are, I was like, a lot of our friends now, bro,
I
are
mean, look
gonna
at
be
the DR,
homeless
bro.
when we get older, nigga.
Look at the DR, bro. They ain't number one. Do they have a adequate military?
They actually do got a good, decent military. They just don't have the equipment. They got a good
Right.
military. They don't have the equipment.
But still, they not number one. So a lot of women grow up and become whores.
Well,
There's a lot of whoring going on down in the DR. You got some good women out
I'm
there.
a, it's like,
There's probably
it's
some
see,
women
it
out
was, it's a difference though. It's a difference.
there. Yeah, they do
But
it for survival.
well, yeah, when I'm survival, that's basically what I'm basically talking about.
Yeah.
It's going to be for survival.
Uh-huh.
The horrors we have over here,
They
they're
choose
whoring
that
because
life.
they
They
choose
choose
it.
that
It's
life.
like, have you seen the
Greed, nigga.
Landman?
It's greed. No, I have not yet. But I did
Oh my!
see the scene where the chick was with in the pool with old boy, the whore. Right? Is that who you talking about?
No,
Okay. All right.
absolutely. So there's a scene on the Landman. He was talking to the female lawyer. I don't really want to give it away, but he was talking to the
Mm-hmm.
female lawyer,
Right.
and there was a guy who was there was a guy sitting at the bar, and there was a chick all over him and shit. And the woman was like, "Whoa, looks like I'm about to witness a felony." Then the landman, which is Billy Bob Thornton was just like, "Hey, how's your wife doing? Is she still going battling through chemo?" And he was just like, and she was just like the prostitute. The 304. She was just like, "Hey, I gotta make me a living," and yada yada yada. And so the landman, Billy Bob Thornton, he was just like, "Oh man, yeah, that guy's a piece of shit." And the woman, the lawyer, which was also a feminist, she was just like, "Hey, a woman has to make a living."
Mm-hmm.
And she was just, and Billy Bob was just like, "Oh, don't give me that shit. Have you looked around?" He was like, "Half of the women who work in," he's like, "half of the people that work here are women. They're all waitress." And he was just like, "No. What she decides to do is she decides to take the shortcut. She decided to take the easy route, and
Mm-hmm.
wound up later in life. She's gonna find out it's the longest route.
Mm.
She had a choice. She chose the easy route."
Right.
That's what United States is.
Yep. Exactly.
And these other countries, as outside first world countries, what they would call it, these bitches have to sell themselves for survival.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a woman who was, and I remember I was in Thailand. Quick story. Quick story. I was in Thailand, and it was a thicker, she was compared to Thai women, she was on the thicker side of Thai women.
Okay.
And so usually the thicker Thai women, they don't make a lot of money because the majority of guys they looking for the slim, fine, big titties, sexy Thai chicks, all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she was cute. She wasn't but ugly. She was average looking, right?
Right.
Average looking woman, and she was asking me, "Will I like a Thai massage?" I didn't have a Thai massage. That was my first time getting a Thai massage. But also, I needed a bigger woman. Also, the reason why is I needed somebody to I just wanted her to walk on my back. That
Oh
is
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Because only reason why is because I'm a bigger dude and my muscles have had years and years of But basically, I'm a strong. I'm a very strong man, and so muscle wise, my muscles need a little bit more weight, a little bit more pressure in order to get to where, in order to get to where I needed to be at. And so
Right.
she gave me a Thai massage and everything and all that. We discussed the prices and all that. She gave me the Thai massage, and afterwards, she told me the price, which was shit. I was like, it was only $30. I didn't have change, and so I was like, you know what? Yeah, I gave her 2,000 baht. 2,000 baht is basically $75.
Mm-hmm.
She looked at me and she was just like, I really do appreciate you. She was like, because with this, I get to feed my children. Thank you. And
Right. It's a
so,
different thing. It's a different thing, man. It's
and
absolutely
so
different
it
thing.
was, and so she also did, sell herself, but I wasn't on that shit with her. I was like, I'm cool, I'm straight. But she also did
Exactly.
sell herself, and she was trying to get me. I was like, nah, I'm Gucci on that. But okay, my bad, I kind of lost.
No, you good.
But she she fucking popped my shoulder, which I was like, oh my god, I was so like, dude, I damn near cried, bro, because like that pop when she popped my shoulder, it was something I needed. It was
Done
like
for a long time, huh?
Yeah, it was been like 5 years since
Oh wow.
like I was able to like kind of like lift my hand over my shoulder, lift my arm over my head without it like really fucking hurting and shit. Ooh, I just popped it in. Lift my hand my arms over my shoulder without it hurting. And
Mm-hmm.
she popped that shit. I was like, oh, thank you, jeez, boy. I was happy. I was just so ecstatic. I was like, thank you. I really do appreciate that. Actually, I got pulled over. Fuck. Hold on 1 second. One Mississippi, two Mississippi.
I don't know what's going on with him, folks, but
Oh,
he's
no, no,
got to
I'm here.
get.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Oh,
So
okay.
so I was just so like, thank you. I was so happy, all that shit. Long story short, she had to do that shit. It was because there's no job for women out there like that because a lot of the work is hard labor.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it's not hard labor, you have to have some form of skills. In order to have that skills, you have to have some form of education. Your family has to have money.
Right.
So, and so when I'm talking to my homie, I'm telling him all this shit. I'm like, bro, this shit is going to affect us better in the long term. And I was like, y'all think Trump did this shit without a fucking plan? And I
He
was like,
damn
the
sure did.
problem, I was like, here's the problem. Y'all just think y'all think he's the dumbest fucking billionaire. That he's just a Nepo baby that inherit all of his. Y'all basically think he's a trust fund baby that inherit all of his money, right? And I told
he,
him, do you know what the equivalent of his money that he turned, what was it, $1 million loan into what he has now? I was like, bro, that's equivalent of me giving you $1 and you making $1,000 off.
mm,
I was like this. I'll give you $5. Can you turn that shit to $1,000, bro?
that's all right, though.
He told me no. And I was like, huh, if you give me $1,000, I was like, if you give me $5, I could turn it to $1,000. I was like, you wanna know why? Because I have done it before, brother. So to the ones who think Donald Trump ain't know what he's doing, like, dog. This shit was chess
Mm-hmm.
all the way fucking chess. First, he took down Venezuela. Then, once he took down Venezuela, it was like a domino effect. He took down Venezuela.
Yep.
Then, while Venezuelan, we took them down, Cuba's fallen.
Yep.
Cuba's getting in order. Cuba is at the moment of what you will call surrendering.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to surrender. Even
They
I
don't
was
have no
like, either
choice.
it's like this: either they surrender, or the Cuban people are going to make them surrender.
Yep. Same thing that's gonna happen in Iran once they get to that point.
I would. Well, Iran, we did the shit with Iran. The blockage, Iran ain't blocked the fucking Strait of Hormuz. United States did. And you know why?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what United States wound up becoming? If you look at the tankers map, you see a lot of oil tankers going to the Gulf of fucking America now
Mm-hmm.
to get their oil.
Yep.
Straight to the Gulf of America to get their oil. The United States is the number one, been the number one export of, have not been the number one export of oil since World War II, nigga.
I know, right?
That's all. That's 80 years. Number one export of oil in the world right now is the United States of
Here's the
America.
thing: when people heard "Make America Great Again," and this is where I'm just getting to. Um, Now I wasn't one of them, but people heard "Make America Great Again." They thinking about, well, what time in America you think we was great again? So you trying to take us back to slavery and all that stuff? I'm like, come on, man. First of all, he's thinking about it. He's talking about different. He's also talking about aspects of different parts of America too, like Max just mentioned. Back in World War II, that's when we were the biggest oil exporter, right, Max?
Yes.
All right. So when you talk about other things such as being prosperous, not no inner tensions and stuff, and where everybody was pretty much equal and getting along. You got to talk about the '90s. So it's different aspects that he's also talking about too. Different time periods where America was great at this or great at that. Trying to bring all that back.
Then you motherfuckers crying, oh my God, it's so expensive. I can't afford anything. I'm like, you gotta get rid of illegal immigration, bro. Like, come on.
Right.
Like, you, illegal immigration, bro, it's a fucking problem for us, bro. You got to get rid of it. Like, yes, I love my Hispanic people as much as I love them. I would rather not to watch them how they were treated when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, when I was a young man. When I worked with a lot of illegal immigrants, they got treated like fucking slaves.
Right.
Not only they got treated like slaves, but there was a big story on social media, like how they said a woman called some guys to do a roofing on the house, and they were finishing up with the job. Then ICE came and arrested them all to deport them. Well, that was a lie. If you didn't know that, that was a lie.
Mm.
One, the lady who they were talking about, she didn't own the property. She was a renter. A quick Google search would have done that for you. But knowing Democrats, you believe bullshit. You don't but like, well, you know how when people say, real didn't have to recognize hold on. Real recognize real, but um Real didn't back in the day. Real didn't have to recognize real until fake niggas came around. That's the problem. Y'all believe in so much fake shit. Y'all believe in bullshit. Y'all believe in so much lies to where you won't even know the real shit if it slapped you right in your fucking face. What they what that real man, you won't even know what real is, nigga. And it's funny, like most of the niggas on my Facebook who I know who complain about Donald Trump, this, that, and the other. Most of them niggas who complain about like Donald Trump are some of the fakest motherfuckers I know.
Hmm.
That's
That's
why when the
crazy.
whole Charles Kirk situation happened, that's the reason why I was like, shit. Time to me to get rid of a bunch of motherfuckers off my Facebook because y'all niggas lame as fuck anyway. Y'all niggas fake as fuck anyway. I don't know why the fuck you know what? It's because I was a Democrat. That's the reason why. That was the reason why. When I used to be a Democrat, dude, I used to believe a lot of bullshit, bro. I ain't gonna bullshit you, bro. I used to believe a lot of bullshit. Then whenever I became a Republican, dude, that's when I started believing in the real shit. That's when I started opening my eyes. It ain't the white man's fault that I'm doing bad. It's my fault. Ain't the white man responsibility. Like, see, I never took my granddaddy's advice. I heard what he said, but I never took his advice. My grandfather told me, when I talk about my plight in life, make sure you stay off your knees and keep the white man's dick out your mouth. That's what my grandfather said to me. And I never took that advice.
Dom DeMarco.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
that's what my
crazy. Wow.
grandfather said. When I talk about my plight in life, make sure you do yourself a favor, stay off your knees, and keep the white man's dick out your mouth. Now, a lot of y'all niggas are waiting for the cum shot. I can see.
God damn. Ooh,
Well,
woof.
yeah, a lot of y'all niggas are waiting for the cum shot.
I'll be back.
It's a goddamn shame where we have come to in this country, to where y'all can't even give a motherfucker who's actually trying to help y'all the benefit of the doubt. They keep talking about Trump is just trying to get richer. I'm like, the nigga lost money since he's been president. He's been losing mad money. The nigga lost $2 billion his first, excuse me. The nigga lost $2 million his first presidential term. I don't know how much money he lost this presidential term, but hell, seems like he's gonna lose a lot of money also. So we have okay. So what did I say earlier? Number one, export. What's gonna happen because of this whole tariff issue now? We have a tariff issue. Thanks the Democrats for that too. You can thank the Democrats because the Democrats were the one that fought against it. But because of the fact that Donald Trump, he playing his Trump card, no pun intended. But the Trump card Donald Trump gonna play is he's gonna give you that money back. All the tariff money we got, he's gonna give that back to American people as dividends. And he's gonna say, fuck those people. He's going to defy the courts. Like, yeah, and if I want whenever he defy the courts and says, you know what, I'm gonna give the money back to the American people as a dividends check. Whenever he does that, I cannot wait to hear the Democrats speak against it. This shit is going to be like, honestly, bro, this shit is going to be like masturbation material, bro. This shit is going to be fucking funny, bro. The reason why I'm saying this is Joe Biden defied the courts in his presidency. Sorry, his presidency. Joe Biden defied the courts. If I remember correctly, he defied the courts when it came towards COVID. So I can't wait to see what the Democrats bitch and cry about this time. It's probably going to be the most funniest shit ever. I'm going to enjoy this shit so fucking much. I cannot wait and watch this shit. I cannot fucking wait. Mm-mm-mm. This shit is about to be so fucking absolutely wonderful, bro. Because I want to hear the
You think so?
Democrats. What?
You think so? I said you think so.
Think so about what?
No, I'm just saying. You say everything's about to be so wonderful. So your point. Go ahead. Just
What are
expound
you
on it.
talking about?
I just sat down, so expound on it.
About what? I said a lot. Like,
The last statement you said, this shit is about to be so incredible, man.
yeah, it's going to be so you know about the whole tariff situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Donald Trump, like I said earlier, he could play his Trump card and give that money back to the American people as dividends.
Yes, you can. Total carnivore.
And I cannot wait to watch the Democrats speak against this shit.
You know they will.
I cannot wait for it
You know they will.
because I'm gonna look at every motherfucking body. I'm just going to play the. All honestly, all I'm gonna do is cut
The
a
fuck up.
video, paste it to another video, and I'm going to play it. It's going to be Democrats, and I think it was 2021 versus
Mm-hmm.
Democrats in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Because Joe Biden defied the courts. He defied the Supreme Court by, if I remember correctly, was I forgot what it was. If I remember correctly, it was the drastic COVID policies he had, and the Supreme Court said this shit is unconstitutional. You can't do this. They did it any fucking way. That's when that jackass who came on my shit was like, well, what executive orders did he sign? And he was like, gotcha. And I was like, oh, you don't know. You don't pay attention. I was like, oh, you don't pay attention to politics. I clearly see. And he was just like, gotcha. I was just like, yeah, you must not remember. I was like, you must not know the difference between policy and executive orders. I was like, policy, when it comes to actual policy, like example, how OSHA was forcing people to was basically forcing people to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
If if you had a company with more than 100 employees, I think it was more than 100 employees. I think it was at more than 10 employees at first. Everybody must be vaccinated in order must be vaccinated, or everybody must be tested every single day in order to work at the facility.
I had to get vaccinated, man. I was forced to do it.
Yeah, that right there was unconstitutional. If you did not know, it was completely unconstitutional. But wait, there's more. They force people to do it anyway. Can I park here? I should be able to fit here. Can I? Hold on, let me see real quick. I should be able to fit this motherfucker.
What you just gonna park right up next to him?
Fuck, I can't even do that. Fuck, I don't got enough space, bruh. This bitch ass nigga, dude. Nah, some of these dudes be bitches, bruh.
They do it on purpose.
No, they don't know how to fucking park, dude. Like they don't know how to fucking park. So what happened is that because they don't know how to fucking fuck, I can't even park there either. Fuck me. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. So oh fuck, I ain't gonna have. Oh, I can park there though. I just got to do this. It's gonna be difficult. I'm sorry, bro. Give me a second. I gotta
It's all
do
good,
a
man.
difficult. I gotta do a difficult back end at an angle because of these niggas don't know how to fucking park. Ah, fuck me.
So it's gonna take you multiple tries, dog.
No, it's just difficult.
Well, show us your skill, and then we can
You,
get
oh
to these hood. Then we can get to these hood proms, dog.
shit. Let's get to it now. Shit. While I'm backing up.
All right, folks. Here we go. So we just don't know what we gonna do no more, do we? Huh? Look at this shit. Oh, it's got it's music. I can't play it. Look at this.
Can't
Look at this right here.
can't.
Nobody's graduating. Nobody's getting a degree. No diploma. Look at it now. This is prom. You spend all this money on prom. What about graduation? I will say this though. So I was on my way home this afternoon, and I forgot where I was, but some establishment that had high schoolers working at it. They were celebrating the high schools that are graduating this year with like something at the front door of the establishment with their pictures. Oh, it was Publix. So I had like 4 Publix employees that are high school graduates. They're gonna be graduating this year. And that's cool. They're celebrating that. But this is prom. What are you celebrating? It's prom. Yeah, it's a special day in the development of a kid, but why is us is doing all of this? Why are we not doing this for graduations? You know? Look at this shit. Just look at it.
Hood Prime Season 2026. What we gonna get this year? I mean, we done seen it all. From the women wearing see-through dresses to kids having stacks of money to arriving in helicopters, Bentleys, Ferraris, you name it. And I find it crazy that black folks, we always overdo it. And we spend more on prom season than graduation and weddings combined. A matter of fact, a lot of the women or girls that are going to these proms and putting on all these.
I disagree with him in one thing now. They don't spend no more on prom than they do on the wedding now. If the thing is, there ain't nobody getting married no more. That's the shit. But they definitely spend a whole lot of fucking money on weddings. Don't say that now.
Said a lot of them, this is their wedding, and they treat it as such. If we had a statistic for all the ones that put on for prom, do they end up getting married? I bet you it'd be under 20%. So this is the way they put on because the future they might not get to see the extravagant wedding or, the graduation. So people treat prom like this is the last dance. But at the end of the day, I love to see the
Pun
kids have
intended.
fun and enjoy themselves. But if you don't got it to do that, don't feel bad. Let them put on, you get your bread up, and then when it's time for graduation or it's time for that wedding, then you can really show them how it's done. But I want to hear y'all thoughts. Are we wrong for criticizing?
No, bump all that. Get your money up and invest it. Get your money up and buy some property. Get your money up and get some crypto. You can get mad at the motherfucking at the courthouse. Just go to the graduation. Hey, you can have a nice little dinner afterwards. You ain't gotta overdo that shit. Cause imagine how much it is to rent a damn Maybach SUV. It's got to at least be $1,500 a day at least. Might be more than that. Man, please. Don't be stupid.
The YNs on how they do prom, and will this year's prom be over the top more than it's ever been? I really would love to know.
Bring 'em out, hey.
Look at this. All this money. Look at this mess, man. This is prom.
Married by now.
Hood prom.
Do they look good, but what's the grades looking like? What's
Look
the
at
GPA? Are they going to college? Let's see how much money they get into college.
Why are you doing this? But not for graduation. How many baby mamas do you think he has?
How many kids do you think she's going to have?
What do you think their job's gonna be?
Do you think they're paying for this with? You think they're paying for this through government assistance?
Fast forward. Look at them. Look at them be
Excursion. Look at them be happy. Look at them be beautiful.
beautiful. Look at them not be basic and enjoying themselves as young adults, and yet you're in the comments talking crap about them. Why is that?
It is prom season, and black students and young adults and teens are showing out with their
Pause it real quick. Pause it real quick. I don't want to hear niggas saying that we're not. I don't want to hear niggas talking about white supremacy.
We struggling. We ain't got no money.
We don't got no money. I'm like, nigga, I ain't go to my prom. I was too broke to go to prom, and I was a star football player too.
We ain't do it like this. We ain't do it. We ain't do it like this. Actually, the society and economy was doing better then in the 90s than it is now, and we weren't doing like this. We don't want to hear nothing about no white supremacy, keeping the black man down. Y'all could have invested all of this shit.
Dog,
you could have invested all of this money.
Could have invested in that shit. 10 years later, that shit could have been like $100,000, bro. I think it's the most embarrassing shit ever, bro.
This is embarrassing.
Like, we don't have generational wealth. We can't do this. We can't do that. The white man's holding us down. I'm like,
I know, right?
I'm looking at this. I'm like, shit. Only person holding y'all niggas down now is your goddamn self. Is your dumbass, self. Your mindset. Stupid motherfuckers, bro.
Your laziness.
But honestly, dude, a lot of this shit. What did somebody say? Oh, because black women don't have weddings, don't get married, so this is gonna be the only. I'm like, y'all niggas lame as fuck, dude. I'm like, dog.
Y'all give an excuse for everything.
Now this shit's embarrassing. Nah, I'm for real, bro. This shit is really fucking embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dog, how y'all don't see this as embarrassing?
It's getting to the point I don't even want to talk about them no more.
No, it's at a
Just
point to where
totally ignore the fuck out of the whole community.
how you doing? I'm at a point to where, dude, it was this girl when I was growing up. She did not want to. She told everybody she was Afro Cuban, Afro Latina, and all that shit. Her parents is from Cuba. The real shit is her parents is from Crenshaw. You know the reason why she said all that shit?
Why, man?
Because me and her we had a conversation one day and she kept it real with me. She was like, it's because she's like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. She's like I'm ashamed being black. And I was just like, yo, how did you get that way? I never judged her. I was just always wondering why. Like, how did you get that way? She was just like, do you see some of the shit some of the niggas do, bro? She's like, real talk. Do you see some of the shit some of the people do? And they claim and they cry about white supremacy. And she was just like, I know more black people got killed by black people than I know white people kill black people.
Of course.
She's like, hell. She was like, I know more black people who have killed more black people than any other race combined has killed black. I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I was like, damn. I never, I kind of felt sorry for her. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Not the one you ashamed of your own race, your own skin color and shit. Now now after 20 years of thinking, and I was just like, you know what? She was, she just had a head start. She was right.
She had a good ass damn point. That was
She had a good point. But hey, Sean, I got to use the bathroom, and
I'm gonna play some
I'm gonna
more of
have
this while he do what he do. Let's go.
then I'm
Show
gonna
on
have to
TV
get
and realize
off,
it's
man. I
360.
gotta
And that's we
I
did
I
do
gotta
notice
you.
on
wake
that
up
prom. It's prom for
early.
everyone. It's not a you thing. But
All right.
they're dressing thin.
All right, folks. Let's say bye bye to Max Powers.
I'm gonna still be listening, but I'm just letting you know my intent, what I have to do.
I got you. Let's go, folks.
Nines, these beautiful outfits, and everyone on social media seems to be thinking, why are black kids enjoying themselves? And it's like, why are we trying to dim students' uniqueness? Just because you want your child to wear a dress they got from the flea market that's like $20 does not mean that these kids don't deserve to do how they want to do. We are black. We like to show out with our style. Okay? And why is the first thing you see someone doing stuff like
Well, then don't sit there and complain on one hand. You ain't got shit. We can't get shit because the white man keep us down. And then on the other hand, you're going to talk about some we like to show out. Because we got it like that. No, the fuck you don't have it like that. That's your problem now. Trying to damn chase the Joneses and shit. Trying to live above your means and shit.
this? Is to assume that they're not graduating. Why is your first thing
It's
to assume
called
is
pick
this
a
racial
struggle.
stereotypes? I'm just tired. Stop saying you are
Yes,
tired of
please
seeing
pick a
blackness.
struggle.
Stop saying all this stuff and continue on being in black spaces. All these racist comments are just so aggravating. They're draining. You're saying black fatigue, then stay away from us. Get out of our space. It's simple as that. We have black fatigue from you guys always constantly making comments about us. Do you care?
So now he want to play the victim. Talking about black fatigue is about comment. Y'all, black fatigue is y'all niggas acting like niggas. Don't turn that shit around on folks talking we got black fatigue about y'all complaining about us. That is such a damn non-way to take accountability. That is total, like, dodging accountability at the highest. We have black fatigue from y'all saying y'all have black fatigue, or we have black fatigue from y'all complaining about us. Like, why aren't we looking in the mirror as a community? Why aren't we trying to change? We just like, fuck y'all, huh? Just because we were slaves back in the day is fuck y'all forever now? We don't have to do shit positive. We don't have to build our communities at all. We just got to twerk in the streets and spend a whole lot of fucking money on shit. Make sure we have our Jordans. Make sure we have our whips and rides. Now I ain't gonna lie now. You get a goddamn Maybach, a Bentley, some shit like that. That shit is not gonna depreciate in value as much as a motherfucking Benz. But you know what I'm talking about. It's not gonna depreciate in value as much as a damn Hellcat. But still, we out here doing stupid
Hear
shit.
that someone's on Section 8 and they decided to save up their money and throw an extravagant party for their
Do
child?
you hear what this nigga just said?
Why do you think because they're black that they are on Section 8 to begin with? Why do you think they cannot afford this? Why do you think because they are black they're not? Black women are the highest rated group of people to be graduating college right now. So
That don't mean shit. Not with the damn degrees that they get in sociology and psychology and all that education and shit. That shit ain't paying no money.
Not to go to college. Imagine that.
Black students, enjoy your prom. Do what you gotta do. Make sure you're doing the right thing in school. Be prepared. I'm proud of you guys. Be beautiful. Be blessed. Peace.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're not gonna look at no more of that shit. We going the heck on home. We're going to bed. Oh, the community is cooked. The community is cooked. And I am saying here for everybody to see, because my father is from Guatemala, born and raised, that I am Afro-Latino. I'm no longer black. I do know that I have, on my mom's side, Mende tribe, dad's side, Kota, Sogo, TK tribe. I'm Afro-Latino. I'm not black. So, I'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace out.